Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. We are in the kitchen and today I'm going to be making something very special, and it is for Valentine's Day. It was something that my spouse picked out and asked for me to prepare, so he's getting it. And that is prime rib. It is rare for us to have prime rib. This is only the second time that I have made it. And it is also best served rare. So let's get started on how we prepare prime rib. This is my large Dutch oven, and in it I have a 4-pound prime rib. Now, no, we do not eat like this often. It's probably been several years since we've had a prime rib, but my husband wanted one for Valentine's Day, and I'm a day late, but that's okay because I didn't have time to cook it on a work day. And you don't want to rush and do this incorrectly if you want a good piece of meat. And so this prime rib, I am patting it dry because you want the seasoning to stick to the meat better. And what we're going to be putting on it is very simple. Olive oil. Now this is, I don't know, quarter cup, not quite a half cup of olive oil. Adjust for the size of your prime rib. And to that, I'm going to be adding just, again, very simple ingredients. And this is very much by your taste. So I'm just using a spoon of garlic powder. Heck, why not a little more? Because I like garlic. I really do. In everything. And black pepper. If you don't like one of these, don't put it in there. If you like more of it, put more of it in there. And I'm just going to use some of my sea salt here because, again, it's what I have. And just kind of eyeballing it. I didn't quite have a spoon of that. Remember, this gets spread around over 4 pounds of meat. So if it looks like a lot, it may be for you. If you don't like it, don't put it in there. And then this is just ground thyme. If you've got fresh thyme, you can use that. If you don't like thyme, don't use it at all. Now, one of my very, very favorite ingredients that I like on any type of roast is rosemary. And that's why I have big bags of rosemary. I love rosemary. And so I used to grow it in West Texas. It grew like gangbusters. I just cannot get it to continue growing here because it gets too cold and I don't have room to bring it in the house. So I've just put you know what, I'm going to put another sprinkle of that in it because, like I said, I really do love rosemary. So got that in there. And I'm going to mix all of this up. See, this is really simple. And while I'm doing this, I've got the oven over there preheating to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, very hot oven. Got it preheating. So I have that all mixed into the olive oil. Just start by spooning some of it on top. It's going to run down, but that's okay because I'll be getting in there with my hands here in just a minute because it's got to go over all of this because you don't want any of it to not have flavor. There you go. And yeah, it's not a neat process, but you know what, it's going to taste good. And I'm just rubbing that, and you know what, I'm going to I've got it boned down because if it's a bone in, which I like bone in on this cut of meat, because if not, it doesn't have as much flavor, because you know, the bone just helps lend flavor to it. But I flipped that up and got on that bone side because we just want to help it out. And I have got that all over this roast. It smells amazing. There we go. And this will go into the 500-degree oven for 15 minutes. Then I will lower the temperature down to 325, and it'll cook for rare you want 10 to 12 minutes per pound and because the internal temperature for rare you want 120. If you want medium rare, you want 130, so you'll just cook it a little longer. I like mine rare, and to me, if you get over medium rare, it's overdone for prime rib because it's meant to be eaten. Now, if you want it, if you want it more well done, hey, your kitchen, your rules, you cook it however long you think you need to. But today, I'm going to be cooking it. We're going to be shooting for rare. If it gets to medium rare, that'll make my husband even that much happier, because he's more, when me and him first got together, everything was well done. And I finally convinced him that if he would back off of that, things would be more tender and more juicy. And over the years, he's at least down to medium rare now. So we're good. And I am going to get this in the oven and get it cooking, and we'll come back and check it out. And while the prime rib is cooking, I think that there's very few things that go with prime rib better than some mashed potatoes. So I'm just going to work on that. Now the meat is going to sit and rest for about 30 minutes, just loosely tinted, to let it finish absorbing back those juices into that cut of meat. And this is just how I like mine. If it sounds like a train going on in the background, it's because it thundered, and the dog does not like thunder, so that is what you're hearing going on. This prime rib here, I cooked it and took it out, and it's still, in order to meet somebody's requirements as far as doneness, I stuck it in the air fryer, the slice in the air fryer, for just a second to kind of brown it up a little bit. You don't have to do that, but it does help if you have somebody that wants things a little more well done.
I don't mind my prime rib being the other way.
So anyway, let's try it. I think it's pretty edible. Yes. Now, I'm ready to go get the mashed potatoes and sit down and enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this video. We love y'all. Let us know if you give this a try. We'll talk to y'all later. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.
Bye.